How we doing, YouTube? This is Trinity Godthink here, and I got some very interesting news to talk about. Uh, I just had a rapture dream, and before I even start, I'm gonna let you know right now it was terrifying, and it's it's kind of hard to describe. Well, I'm gonna do what I can. All right. Now, I usually don't remember my dreams. Obviously, many people don't. And the last dream I had that was kind of similar to this was years, maybe decade or more ago. If Lord, I might be. Hopefully, I'm not telling a lie, or whatever. But it was a long time ago, and I'm briefly talk about that before I get into this dream. The parts of that dream that I remember was I was sitting on the roof of a car, and I saw a giant red moon that was like sitting on the horizon, almost like the bright flash of explosion, almost like that, but it was like sitting on the horizon. And even when I think of it now, I think of the scripture where it says that the moon turned to blood, stuff like that. But all right, let me get into this dream. All right, I was sitting in the old church that we used to go to, me and my family, and me and a couple of my other family members were there. Some people were gone, and I think after the fact, I remember seeing a flash or whatever, but this was after the fact. I could be making up whatever things mentally, whatever, but I know almost immediately after it happened, the rapture, the taking away, harpazo, however you want to say it, that I immediately said, "We've been left behind. It happened. It happened. It's gone. It's like they're gone, or it happened pretty much, that we've been left behind." And at the time, it was like the whole church was down on their knees and on the benches. They were praying, and patches or empty spots where people used to be were there, and in place of their bodies or themselves was clothes that was like folded, and the church was at wooden pews or wooden benches, and I don't remember if there was a padded or not. I don't think there were, and we usually don't have padding, or we usually have padding in our in that old the church I used to go to. But I remember, man, people who I thought, at least one or two people who I thought for sure were going, were still there, and there are some people who I knew was going to be caught up in the rapture, who they were gone, and I remember seeing that none of the children were there. That all the children were gone. I don't know what age the cutoff was or what it was, but there were no children there. We were all adults in that were still there, and of course people was the head of the church. My dad was still there pretty much, and he was trying to get everybody under control and stuff like that. He was trying to get me under control, telling me, "You need to calm down. You need to just sit down, kneel down, and pray, and keep on praying and whatnot." And I told him straight up. I said, We've been left behind. We've been left behind." And he kept on saying, "All right, calm down. You need to start praying, whatever." And I tried to calm down, whatnot, but people started looking around. They started seeing the spots where people were, and they started getting like kind of up and kind of excited, just like me, and pretty much scared. And I guess it started like getting excited again, getting all terrified and scared and whatnot. I remember looking out the window and seeing like in buses they were there. Now buses don't normally come down that street, so, and it was like huge, these long, like almost like Greyhound buses, and in the seats there were like piles of clothes. and there were people out there, and they was looking terrified, freaked out, and stuff like that. People who were there in the bus, and and ultimately I went outside, and people started going crazy, like cars were like spinning out, as if like saying whatever, who cares? Let's do it. They were spinning out on the street and like going off on the side of the road. People were like speeding up, like in this like along this small tiny road that you would normally go maybe like 25 or 20. They were going like they was going super fast, and they were like crashing into things around me. And I was like, man, it's dangerous out here. I can't stay out here like outside the church, whatnot. But I didn't want to go back inside for some reason. And I started walking across. I believe I started walking across the tops of the cars. All right, this is part 2, and I need to be quick because the camera's dying. Uh, I'm not doing the things I should be, and as soon as I had that dream, I got down on my face and I asked God forgiveness for forgiveness. From this day on, I'm gonna do my best to turn. I know I'm not gonna stop sinning, but I know for sure that I'm gonna do my best to turn from it and to allow God to actually change me from the person that I was to the person I will be. This is a warning, guys. We see it all over the news. You can look at YouTube. You can whatever you want to see. This world is falling apart around us. It's unraveling. From ISIS, ISIL, crazy people doing all types of crazy stuff. These are warnings. Whether you believe in a crazy, whether you believe in people meeting in secret societies and stuff or whatever, it doesn't matter. This world is ending, and God is showing this to us. You have to get right with Him. You have to get right, and don't think it's just. Well, even if you think it's just some crazy people, just whatever, like Christian fundamentalists, just doing crazy stuff, whatever, or thinking like the world's going to end, like it always says it is. The Bible has a scripture that talks about that. They said they kind of scoffed and was like, well, the world. I mean, you guys have been saying this for the longest, and when is it ending? It's not ending. It's still going on. I'm gonna go ahead and put the scripture in, but guys, do not let that be it. So many people are gonna be left behind, or people gonna be destroyed because of their egos not wanting to change or stuff like that. Do not let that be you. It's happening, guys. You know, and there's many rapture visions and dreams that's been going on. It's not. This is not fake. This is happening today, right now. I don't even know how. I guess it's the mercy of God that He hasn't come yet.